When we were novices, we were designated to read in the refectory. Since at that time, we ate in silence at all 3 meals, except when there was big recreation. We could talk then. It taught me silence, inner silence, which keeps you in contact with the Lord, even if you're doing something else. I saw that was what perpetual vow sisters experienced. I was happy when I got my answer for profession. I made profession in July of 1948. I had entered the novitiate at 20 years old, so I was 22 years old when I made profession. The assignment was in St. Casimir. It was a small local community. We taught school in the same house where we lived. And since I was a teaching graduate, my job was teaching. I taught the 4th and 5th grade. It was teaching, but with familiar religious life around. I was also conscious that I was responsible for teaching and for formation I gave. It was education, but at the same time, we gave formation about religion, behavior, and gospel values. Well, we taught all that. With the other sisters, we were companions, like when we were novices. However, now I was a temporary vow Providence sister. My second mission was in St. Paul de Joliet. It was also a small local community. I got promoted to the 6th grade. Something special happened there. A priest arrived with 3 Polish girls. Of course, he was also Polish. The Polish girls were children who had left Poland to simply stay alive, but also to stay honestly alive, I would say. In welcoming these 3, I would say there were 2 around 15 to 16 years old. Magda was younger. She was around 12 to 13 years old. We reflected and agreed, and the superior accepted them because the situation was found to go with the works of the Sisters of Providence. Thus, we also agreed to welcome them. All 3 came to my class because they did not know a word of French. They didn't know the milieu nor the mentality. They knew nothing of all that. So it was I who welcomed them into my class. I had said that I would be interested in joining the Sisters in Rwanda. I would be very happy if there was a place for me there. So I contacted the director, Father Charles Labert. It was a new community, new surroundings, a new classroom environment and workplace. I was director of studies for 2 years. I scheduled the teachers. I worked with the teachers in the school to see how the education was conducted. I did all that. I loved those 2 years. Then in November, I came back to Montreal. I remember going to the chapel, and it was very clear to me, Madeleine, that stage is over. It's behind you. Look ahead. It's all new. I felt it. I dare say I felt it physically. I went to Boucherville, where I was provincial secretary for a year. That was in 1977. And then in 1978, there was a general chapter. I've always been interested in the community. For this, my first general chapter, Madeleine Leblanc, was the coordinator. Later, in 1982, there was another general chapter. At that time, the sisters came one after the other to tell me, Madeleine, you should leave your name. Madeleine, you should leave your name. Madeleine. When I got the required majority, the bishop asked me, Sister Madeleine, do you accept? I had left my name as a candidate. I couldn't say no at that last minute. I said yes. I accepted to serve the community, and that's how I became General Superior. That was 1982.